side, 9 on the T side of their map pick. It is Vertigo, and you can see there is a clear favorite, and let's see if that can be changed today, because right now there's already going to be aggression, damage inflicted both sides, but the first kill will come out in favor for MOUZ NXT. Many of the IGL will have something to say about that though, and will trade out. It's a lot of early battles, and so far just a straight 4v4, Hades?
Oh, okay.
I called you Hades. I had
go.
Hades in my head, and I was like, bit of H's in there.
Hades. We'll see if it's going to be easy for him here on the server today. Still some util in play 4-9. They've got a molly and a smoke at their disposal. Yeah, as you say, they kind of get caught a little bit off guard by the early aggression thrown at them by MOUZ NXT, and I like to see that from MOUZ NXT as well, taking the fight to their opponents. Even though they're the underdogs, they're not playing fearful Counter-Strike. Minio clears out middle, goes back to the scene of the crime. Looks like it's going to be a B execute coming through. And while MOUZ NXT don't have numbers stacked up on the B bomb site, they have a couple players who will be able to respond quite quickly. Nexius is still gleaning a lot of information towards A ramp right now, just jump spotting at the sandbag. So they're well aware that the aggression is going to come through either towards middle or that B bomb site. Util now raining in. MOUZ NXT know what's going on. What can they do about it?
They have no kit, so the bomb going down is going to be a very dangerous case for them. Minio still lurking around middle. He's going to take contact and is going to pull so much pressure. Look at this. Everyone's just staring at Minio, but he's going to walk away and he's going to go to join the rest of his teammates as the bomb is down. And as they have no kit, they're going to have to get a hurry on. The first kill will go in favor of Slend, but as soon as they come in, 9 coordinate their peak and they strike down their foes one by one. Nexius unable to get anything going, and that's a pretty nice pistol round from 9. Honestly, Hayes, I think that all stems from the
To find the last frag onto Nexius.
Yeah, kind of 100% actually. Like, the fact that he just runs away, they still look at him and they still waste the precious seconds. But woo, indeed, Nexius, that's a very nice deagle shot, and that's what MOUZ NXT have in their locker, Hayes. That's what this team have. When you play against them, they can be so goddamn dangerous, and that's an opening kill plus a rifle into their hands.
Yeah, probably a little bit careless there from Key, I would say. You know, clearing the smoke in that fashion, you got to know that there's a gap there. You got to know that if there's already a player on the angle, you're going to come off second best. Not incredibly respectful out of him, as we do see the execute starting to come through over towards the B bomb site. MOUZ NXT have been locked out of the site. Util raining in. Bit of response Util from the CT side. They drop a forward smoke there in front of Generator, trying to give themselves a little bit of space to work with. They haven't actually capitalized on it just yet, which means 9 have assumed control of the B site.
Yeah, awkward amount of smokes there. I think that smoke initially wasn't quite where they wanted it to be. And speaking of advantages, MOUZ NXT are going to give themselves a further one. Minio falls to the hailstorm. However, there is still no kit, so time is yet again of the essence. And even though they have the disadvantage, they have the positioning. The retake's going to come in now, and they're not going to clear their corners. Goofy for the first, but a quick trade. Now all down to Kyler in a 1 versus 4. As they've got no kit, they have to get on the bomb. Can he deny it? Oh, so close. Maybe one extra shot to their head would have been enough. Because see, like, if they'd got off that defuse there, I think that would have been a round 1. But unfortunately for 9, MOUZ NXT. It's just a bit unfortunate, really, isn't it? Like, that was beautiful play from MOUZ NXT, and you got to give it to them. That was just a nice round. And now they have a little bit more of a comfortable time, and that was a really nice 4K from QQ. That was incredible. That's his first 4 kills in the round.
Mate, there's 2 types of people out there. People who say they know the Galil spray and they're lying, and people who just tell the truth and say they don't know it. So
used to be my best. Mate, the Galil's actually such a good weapon to buy. However, speaking of that, QQ is going to get a kill, and Hades is going to dink him back. So a lot of Galil on Galil action right now. But MOUZ NXT with the advantage. However, look at these rotations that have been pulled. Yes, 9 have lost a man, but if they can capitalize on this over-rotation from MOUZ NXT, it might all just be worth it.
Kind of by design here from MOUZ NXT, though, because Nexius is jump spotting, he's got the set of utility to deploy here. Has called for a rotation to come back here from Slend, but 9 now know that because they've shown that presence and they've forced the set of util, that they probably created some space on the opposite side of the map. Hades gets a frag. His position's been compromised as well, as he doesn't get the shot on the cross. Hades continues to surge forward, but he'll fall prey. Chrisley gets still looking to stay alive here. Unfortunately, won't be able to. Big double kill coming through from Key. 30 seconds on the clock here. Nine still trying to find a way to get a bomb plant. They forced the issue on Slen. This is really good. But there's a big backstab coming through from Nexius, and they aren't considering this yet.
Very unfortunate. He does get that first kill. But Minio, that's the second 1v1 he's won.
He reset.
Ooh.
And probably fall 4-2.
That's a lovely
2
grenade.
rounds for the price of 1. Yes.
Look at this. Look at the amount of aggression that MOUZ are putting on ramp. They did this last round as well, and this time it's going to come up with reward. Oh, I'm not a fan of that, Slend.
Yeah.
Solo peeking without his teammate. They have the advantage there. You really just have to go back and play sites there, and that could be a sign of a little bit of that. Sorry, that's both kills just through the smoke in the exact same space, but. What I was saying is maybe a bit of sign of the inexperience of Slen peeking out there, like not going with his team. However, that is the fact that it's still a 3v3 is phenomenal. And speaking of 3v3, everyone's here. It's going to be a bloodbath on ramp. This is where the round will end. And it starts off with Nexius. Phenomenal trade by Kyler. Turns on a 6 points, snaps onto Yimfat's head, leaves Hades in the 1v1. And that is actually outrageous from the Polish riflers, but they make instant reaction. And the drop of the smoke. What?
So much pressure coming in towards the safe bomb site right now. There are only 33 seconds left on the clock though, so 9 have to get a move on. There's also Kyler who's flanking on the opposite side of the map, trying to just pull some attention away from his teammates. Gets a kill. Nexius, this guy's a smoke fiend right now. Essentially a creative one-way on the fly. Crizm lands the 1 league. Numbers have been flipped as the script is on its head right now. Crizm caught with the weapon change. There's 14 seconds. There's still 2 players to be dealt with over on A. Slender's hits another shot. Minio doesn't have the luxury of forcing the fight because he has to plant the bomb. He's gone for the fake. He has to commit now. Punch in the distance. Trust, pray, hope that his teammate will keep him alive long enough to activate the C4, which he does. Then he forces the fight onto Yimfat. It's only Slen left remaining. Minio able to reposition now, which makes this so much more difficult for Slend.
HP low for everyone, but the Deagle hits the head. Kyler, 1 HP. Over towards Sandbag. Slen has no kit. He's going to have to get a move on. He's going to have to find this kill. And Kyler knows that. The bomb gets topped. And Kyler just doesn't peek out. Very nicely played. He just holds his nerves. He has the advantage and he plays with it.
Then it's like, a 16-year-old? Are you kidding me? Now it's 14. Wait, like, when
is it?
Like,
yeah.
We've got a 14-year-old now being signed to a professional team. It's actually insane. I like this boost, by the way, that MOUZ and Nykytilan brought to the table. I think it's a great option. Yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't yielded any fruit just yet, but I think it's a really good option in these sorts of rounds, right? It's the gimmick. Minio doesn't actually spot the second part of the setup, so he will be traded off by Slen. I suppose the boost does work out in a sense, but not the way it was intended. Either way, I'll still stand by my point. I think in these sorts of rounds, bringing out gimmicky plays is your best way to try and make something happen.
Oh, 100%. That's when you want to throw like the set pieces, like a insta ramp take or a ramp retake, something like that. However, 9 back-to-back rounds, they've kept more than one alive. They're building the economy, and it's actually really important. It's a very vital thing to have. As well for MOUZ and XT, they're also keeping some econ alive. Like Slender's got 4.1k, so he's going to be investing into the big green next round, and he might even get a kill with so he gets a kill with the MP9. So firstly, like look, you get extra $600. 600 smackaroons, and you've also got an AK. You can drop that AK over to a Nexius, for instance, and it just means that you are just little bit like by little building an economy for the MOUZ and XT, initiating himself to be on a very fast flank. He's going to come down. He's going to catch them off guard. Oh no, Goofy's coming back up. It's going to be such a close fight, but the 16-year-old Dane will win it out, and that's a lovely advantage. That's going to be very short-lived, however, and as soon as all these kills come back and forth, MOUZ and XT are going to push themselves, 9 are going to push themselves over towards the B-bomb site, where the smokes so far are blocking out the fence.
20 seconds on the clock again. 9 have left this one late. They need to find the bomb plant. Kyler decides to get aggressive. Yeah, that's a really big kill. Alleviates a lot of pressure, but Crizm on that backstab will find another kill. Should have just pumped the brakes though. His teammates weren't ready for the commitment to come through. Kyler continues to make moves in the back line. Can't find both of the kills. He's left alone in the 1v1 and he hits the shot to finish off the job. Another 1v1, gonna go the way of 9. Man, Kristen, you can't really blame him.
Gifted them the round, and that's why a team's good. That's when you know a team's good, because they have the individuals that can react well.
Absolutely, man. Let's see if they can continue this form here. It was very back and forth. Scoreline probably... It doesn't really do this game justice in terms of how close these rounds have been.
100%, yeah.
9 certainly do deserve to have the 7 points on the board right now. They've worked hard for their 7 rounds. And it looks like, again, they're going to fall back onto the speed bomb side. MOUZ and NXT have been playing very detached setups on the side of the map. And 9 are saying, all right, well, if you're going to give us that control pretty much for free, we're not going to waste any time. Great shot there from Minio. And he's going to try and chase down Sten here as well. Oh, Sten, you can't afford to miss that shot. Minio smelled blood, and he hunted the Hungarian down.
What a round from Minio, the IGL. Yes. I praise him a lot for being very proactive. I think if you watch him, he's an IGL that moves around the map a lot. He's always doing something, and he's always helping out his team one way or another. But he isn't normally the player I'd look at as being mechanically gifted. Well, this round he's got a 3K. Like, that was a sick round from him. And that was really just nice shooting.
They don't look like a team that have won, what, 7 rounds in a row now. I think it was MOUZ and NXT leading 2-1 at one point. Is that right? Was it actually 2-1?
It was 2-1, yeah. So 9 won pistol, and then MOUZ won force. They won
back.
Yeah, they won anti-eco, and
they haven't actually won a gun round yet.
Yeah, which is kind of hard. Yeah, it's rough. And this round isn't looking anywhere near as good. I mean, that is a great deagle shot, actually, firstly. So potentially it is a 4v4. However, 9 automatically have the advantage through their weaponry, utility, and, well, the ability just to group up and hit a bomb site onto 2.
Alright, well, let's see if MOUZ and NXT can find a way to make something happen, continue to inflict damage here to at least keep 9's economy honest. They get the 1 kill onto Minio, but that's about it. Just to subsidize your point there you're making about Minio, it's always awesome to have the IGL being that player who makes the moves and takes the initiative, because he knows what the ultimate game plan is for the team, and he knows the role that he has to play to activate his teammates with that specific strategy. So he knows, if I'm sending my team to execute B, if I make this aggressive play here, I can draw those rotations, I can get players to look in this direction, and I can allow my team to have a more successful time. So I love it when an IGL has that aggressive streak in him.
I think it's also not even necessarily aggression. I think you can, like, yeah, there is obviously the aggression, the aggressive manner, but there's also just the, like, it's moving around the map to support his teammate, to take control, to use utility. Like, it isn't the economy, but MOUZ and NXT, they still do trail by 7, and now they're on the gun round. We were talking about how they hadn't won a gun round, so it's just potentially the first time. And, well, this is a very aggressive start from Hades. A passive AWP by nature, but my god, he just goes straight into the fray. And Yimfat, the other 16-year-old, someone who I hyped up a lot at the beginning, is currently 2-9, and the other superstar I hyped up is just fallen as well.
Well, maybe something to get excited about. The fact is, though, that they're already down by a player, so it's going to be difficult for them to recover the situation. 9 have already showed how effectively they're trading in these rounds so far. Give them a man advantage. Something you wouldn't really see them squander. That was an interesting little... Did you spot that? Looked like the barrel or the fire from the muzzle. I don't know, it was like popping up on the left side of the screen there.
Bit of a
should have been. I don't know,
CS2 will fix it.
Yeah, Go TV things, right? Either way. I don't even know. Would we be in Go TV right now? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
Either way, QQ does double down. 2 Qs in his name, 2 frags in the game. Man advantage secured now. As MOUZ and NXT look to finally repel 9 over towards the speed bomb site. And guess what, Grimmy? They're being more proactive. They're taking up more forward positions.
You're gonna get into their face. However, the round's not over. It's a 2 versus 3 still. It's in favor of MOUZ and NXT, but Goofy getting aggressive with the rifle. Can he catch off the player on default? Oh, it's a wonderful flash from Hades. And then they get 2v4, 2v3, etc. So when you're in these 5v5, it's like, how would you expect to win these 5v5s? And right now, There's a very good gamble stack, however, and YimFab, he's been very absent, but he finally does initiate himself onto round number 13, and these pistols doing a hell of a lot of damage. Still, though, the round can be won by 9. We've seen them win it before, but look at this flank very quickly from Nexius and Chrism, and YimFab, he's giving respect. He's allowing them to get the bomb down, and he's waiting for his teammates. However, I feel like the timing has been lost a little bit, because now they're expecting the flank to be here. But what is that from Hades?
Yeah, great question, and he's going to find another one to Chrism as well. Nexius finds a frag, and actually on the spray with the wallbang, he gets the kill that's going to finish off the job. YimFab doesn't have much to do in the round. He's going to waltz into the empty bomb site, complete the defuse, and finally MOUZ and XT are able to put another point on the board.
I mean, sorry, why did Hades do that? An unfortunate one for MOUZ and XT, and let's see if they can just try and savage it. Again, really good damage, but the utility is going to spur Kai on. A lot of damage inflicted onto Slend, but that last bullet couldn't quite connect for Kai. An advantage once again for the Academy squad. This time, can they hold on to it? It's going to look maybe a little bit better because of this rotation towards the B bomb site and the subsequent spam. QQ dodges the flashbang, gets the reload off. My god, this man is dodging everything. Switches to the AK, popping heads left, right, and center. My god, what a 4K. Flashes can't hit him, bullets can't hit him. And he will come out with a 4 for MOUZ and XT. And let's see if they can continue that success into the second half. We'll give it there. MOUZ and XT, they've only got 4, but as we agreed, it could be a lot more contestable. As you said, pistol round, mandatory. And Nexius will catch off Kai. Caught lacking. Hades attempt to trade. Will succeed. Oh, Hades even gets a 3rd. Almost a 4th. That would have been absolutely ridiculous. But he's put his team in such a good position. But Minia will throw it all away. Kyler in a similar vein.
Oh,
going
no.
aggressively. Taking these individualistic 1v1s. Goofy with the dual Berettas. Looking to go clack, clack onto their heads. Shifting around the smoke. Will find both of them. But YimFab will get the better of him. 9. How are you throwing that away after Hades unruly?
On the CT side, Kyler a bit delayed on the investment, but eventually he gets the memo. He has MOUZ and XT's chance to claw this one back, win against the Force, win against the Eco, 11-7 at that point, win the first gun round. Then we're starting to cook with gas.
Game's not over just yet. Over 9, they do have a little aggression towards this A bomb site. Everyone's really here, ready and waiting. And you were talking about Minia's aggression, but that's 2 rounds in a row. He's gone aggressive and in advantages or like not in a great position and has died. However, one flashback from Goofy. Is he going to throw it? No, they're just going to run straight at their opposition. And the pistols against very low HP enemies are doing very, very well. Hades left alive. So tantalizingly close. Slends on a solitary 1 HP. But MOUZ and XT...
Player along with Slend. Nexius is the one who's done most of the heavy lifting so far, but they need YimFab if there's going to be any chance of them contesting against 9. They have checked off the first 2 objectives, and there we go. Goofy just gets destroyed by QQ. Look at that. That's a headshot wall bang through smoke. That is a lot of icons in the kill feed.
I mean, unlucko, I guess?
One way to put it.
I would have liked, though, like, as I said, Goofy had a flash last round. Hayes, if he'd thrown that flash, I'm thinking a round win if he just threw the flash, right? Like, that would have been so many blind faces, and, like, he doesn't even have to throw it far back. He could have just, like, you know, like, left, right click, just pop it to the left and just run with it. I think that would have done so much more. However... You know, it's a very micro small play that we can't really look at too much because it was on pistols, and once again 9 are on those sidearms. They have got once again a stack towards the A bomb site, but with great utility from MOUZ and XT. 9 has been completely shut out, and Kai, it's only a formality till he dies, and it's going to be a flawless round for MOUZ and XT. So a bit of a difference already. You can always get upset by pistols. Always can happen.
Especially when you're the underdog playing against a team like Nine, you just can never not respect them. You always have to be aware of the threats that loom, and that's exactly what we're talking about. Sure, it is one of the hero rifles in play there from Kyler, which gets one of the kills, and now MOUZ and XT have to try to recover the situation with a 2-man deficit. They're just going to group up with their 3 remaining players and head over towards the safe site. They do still have some decent util. I mean, it's not like this round is completely lost just yet. The problem is they still have to recover the bomb as well, so that just adds another layer. Then gets a kill, he trades, and Hades will get in on the action as well.
What incredible shot from Kai, but Krisen in a 1v3. For a second there, I believed. However, Kyler is going to just stamp that out as soon as he gets... Understanding the setup, they just missed their aim. And that's not something you normally say about MOUZ and XT. It's not normally the issue being their aim. That's why.
I mean, you're right. It's not the mechanics, it's the experience, right? It's the years under the belt. And that's not a problem. That's something that you can solve with time, with guidance, with coaches. And they will find the opening pick on Taki, who's having a very tough time of it here on the server today. 9 and 19. Oh, Minio playing with fire right now. MOUZ and XT have had a number of 5 versus 4 advantages that they've squandered, particularly in the first half. Where does this one go here, Grammy?
I think they're just going to commit towards A. Like, the bomb's here, they're setting themselves up. They are using a lot of utility, however, and that is now the advantage taken away. Lovely doubling onto Kyler. He does get out of dodge, actually, as soon as they start coming in, so at least he's alive. I think he might have died if he hadn't moved when he did, so... You at least count your lucky stars in that manner. There is 3 players here for the CT side. Goofy playing around the smoke. And the CT side, they haven't committed because they don't know what's happening. MOUZ and XT have just pumped the brakes, and it's made the post squad think that it's made them question what is happening. But now, with 15 seconds left on the clock, they shout for press onto the bomb site, and the damage and kills is going in favor of the Academy squad until Hades has something to say about it.
Bomb plant still comes through though, so MOUZ and XT will still feel like they're in control of the round right now. Nexius even furthers that cause as he's able to get a kill. But he's blinded. Smoke actually blooms just in time to keep Kyler alive. There's a kit on both of the remaining players. Yumfat in the front lines right now. Nexius is towards the scaffolding and he's got his crosshair trained and ready for Kyler to peek this angle. Should get the kill. Hades just going to have to try and stick the defuse. The problem is the bomb is out in the open, so now he's going to head for the hills, and MOUZ and XT have racked up another round, almost entirely thanks to Nexius. 23 and 15 right now. God. The Belgian player, he's fragging, man.
He's, I mean, we saw one Belge. We saw one Belgian
player. Is Belgium.
Yeah.
And if you're from Belgium, you
are by himself. Like, he dies on ramp. And he dies with no one near him. Like, Nexius just gets the kill for free. That can't be happening. And this time, well, he will once again aggressively push. There was a lovely flashbang from Hades, however, and Nexius shall get struck down finally. That's an advantage for 9. Revenge from last round for Kai.
Here's another Belgian player, just came to mind. Gamer Legion.
What I said.
Oh, okay. Liar. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really? Damn, I'm not even paying attention to you.
Top 8. He got the finals.
Yeah, top 2, mate.
I don't know how that guy had a voice at the end of it. Like, I remember.
Oh, mate,
it's ridiculous.
On another level. Yeah, those screams are crazy.
He should be a caster.
Listen, MOUZ and XT, they're going to be screaming their way in towards this B bomb site here right now. They have got the util, they've got players in 4 positions as well. Kyler spots them, he has support there from Goofy as well. It's not clean, but they get a kill between the 2 of them. MOUZ and XT still going to assume control here. They should be able to get the bomb plant relatively easily. QQ forces the issue. Kyler will react just in time though, and that makes life way more difficult for the T side.
A flank as well coming through. Slend misses the shot. The bomb is being put down though, however. Oh no, just a tap. And Yimfat's going to play around the smoke. And he will land a lumbered spray onto Kai. Kylan now trying to trade out his teammate, but cannot get it done. It's a 2v2. How's this happened? Hades! He walks off the angle and misses it.
Wait, where's Minio going?
Where is Minio going, actually? Does he think it's
because they know... No, I think it's because they know he's on the flank, so he's looking to try and find another avenue of entry to get to the side. As you say, Hades, as he departs the angle, they cross. And it's just happened again, although second time would have been a lot more difficult to Slen jumps across. But this is actually advantage MOUZ NXT right now. Maybe because Minio's waited so long, do they actually know he's flank anymore? They're not quite expecting it. As he makes noise, they will turn around. It's a 1v1. He has no kit. He's got an MP9 and a flashbang. There is a kit down by Yimfat, but a lovely flashbang. 3 bullets, and he just swings him. He's had a very slow game, but the Finn comes out with a 3k. I find quite interesting of like, look, you are the favorites going into it, but this game, it seems, I'm not putting you as the clear-cut favorites, where the odds might say. And well, those MP9s might come into play because they both go charging in, but they both fall. They get 1 for their troubles. But with MOUZ NXT now, they have the advantage, and they're going to try and converge on this A bomb site. But Chris gets caught lacking, and that's a really brutal kill for MOUZ NXT because 9 now have all the information towards ramp. Do they send someone to rotate B? Or what? Ooh, what's this fake from MOUZ NXT? Are they staying A? Well, they have a little bit of time to play with. It does look like they're going to try and sell the fact that they're rotating out, as they do just slow things down. Hades is still here, and Goofy hasn't actually taken the bait either, so 9 still have the lion's share of their defense over on the safe side of the map. And now they're going to realize that they've made the correct call. Util coming in 20 seconds. There's no room for error here if you're MOUZ NXT. They have to get going. They still have utility. They're going to place it now. Slend, a shot that cannot be missed. Shall go awry. And QQ trying to change a teammate, but like the round's over. And the bomb dies towards short. No matter if QQ had got the kill or not. There was 7 seconds left when he initiated that contact on the Hades. And finally, another round for 9. This time, at least... Like, that's just a huge pickup coming through from them. It's always a big mental high ground to reach when you get that break point, that tipping stage, when the game's on a knife's edge and you're able to win the round to keep some distance between you and your opponents that are coming back. But it doesn't look like MOUZ NXT are going to be letting their foot off the pedal. Already an opening frag found by Slen as he slims down the defense of MOUZ NXT. I think that was honestly a round where MOUZ NXT fumbled the bag. Like, you see how they went back, and I was like, what are they doing? So I don't think they knew what they were doing. And 9 just sticks to their guns. They jump peek and see Slend at bottom ramp at 25 seconds. They just know what the crack is. They know what the story is. And, well, the story in this round is that Minio needs to be careful, because Nexius might just take advantage of the fact that Minio gets spotted by the Orb. And with a double setup towards sandbags, and Minio actually still hanging around towards the A bomb site. Kyler's got the world on his shoulders. Oh no, indeed. That's round over. Everything, once again, that has been built up for 9 crumbles away the next round. They went for a huge gamble by stacking up the defense over on the A side of the map. Nexius did a good job selling it out. And they left Kyler by himself. I'm not a fan of Kyler's position while playing that B anchor, that B solo role. You're completely isolated in the corner there. There's no way to get out, and even your multi-kill potential is very slim. You're really relying on them not clearing you out. That's the only way you're going to get a multi-kill. And at this level, I just don't think that that's a reliable approach. So, yeah, not the greatest position in my opinion there from Kyler in such an important role. And MOUZ NXT have just been able to close the gap once again. They win another round. Minio's going to die here to Nexius, that's for sure. Gun barrel spotted. So Minio, a dead man, actually able to get a kill. I don't know what the ragdoll was. Minio nearly finds a creative way to get another, but it's not going to happen. 9 desperately need to keep both of these guns in play, because then they can afford to buy in the next round, but he's been cut down. Goofy trying to save the orb. He does save it. Does he? Oh yeah, my goodness, 2 seconds. Okay, only just. He's good. They've absolutely been the more convincing of the 2 teams here in the second half so far. Kyler, and able to avoid the spam off the back of the flash. He will peek out. I'm not sure if QQ is blinded or not there. Will still results in a kill though. That's all that matters. If 9 lose this round, they lose the lead. So everything hinging on this round right now for the Polish team. Very nicely done indeed. Minio, who had a great start to the game, definitely has slowed down a little bit, but a kill there. Very, very good. And 9
happy to keep Hayes alive there. He got peeked, misses his spray, and the fact that he still holds this angle. My god, the kahootas on this man. He's still holding with 19 HP. But now it's all on to Kyler. He's on 12 HP, even less. And the closer rotation is that aforementioned orb. Kyler's going to jiggle out. He spots them, and he does get out of dodge. It does. I mean, the bomb site's surely going to give an upright. Like, surely the bomb goes down here. But for some reason, the bomb is only just coming up now. The bomb is so far behind, and everyone's dead. The flank has already initiated itself. And they're like, this is round over. 9. Can they string 2 rounds in a row now after this? That's the question. Or is Slend going to go before? Oh my god, they're both low HP. Slend, he's got 2 players, both from different positions, and they've got a cumulative of 38 HP. He spots out Kai, and Kai does land a headshot. My god, was that close? I was counting Slend out from the get-go, and he makes me almost eat my words.
Well, I mean, no one can blame you, Grimmy. It's the fact that he finds 2 kills when spamming at 1 player. But exactly. In the back of your head.
Yeah, you're like, I could have won that.
Sleep tonight.
Yeah, you gotta see. No, what's worse is that you look back at the VOD and you see they've got 30 HP combined. That's the worst part.
Man, you're
when
right.
you see that, that's the worst part. However, it might not actually matter because this round, lads, like 9, how are they winning rounds and then never able to win 2 in a row? It's actually kind of ridiculous. The bomb site's been lost. You have Nexius lurking around ramp, but he's actually going to lose his life. And with Goofy on the flank, it might actually be a winnable position for 9. Did I count them out a little bit too soon? I almost did it last round, and I might just do it again this round.
Well, I mean, surely I don't think you would have, considering what a good position MOUZ and XT were in. QQ playing around the fringe of the smoke. Minio might fall victim if he extends. QQ going to deploy the molly. Does that give his position away is the question.
What?
Oh man,
No.
Hades able to maintain his position in front of it, undetected by QQ. Gets the kill, jumps back on the generator. It's going to be a bait setup coming through here. Yumfud peeks out after QQ goes down. Perfectly played. Counter-strike coming through from the Academy team will net them another round.
As you said, perfect Counter-Strike. 9 are being outplayed right now. A team that are legends in this game have nothing to say. And Crizzen, well, that's a gimmicky strat. You're winning. You don't need to be doing the gimmicky strats, Crizzen. 9 do, but you're still going to pull one out, and you're still going to do it perfectly. Aggression towards ramp, though, for Minio. Will give him 1, but Slend right through the smoke. Trades out his teammate and keeps the advantage in favor for the Academy team.
Is it finally going to happen, mate? Are we finally going to see the scoreline being leveled up here for the first time since the 4th round on Vertigo? And then it becomes whoever wins that next round will probably win the map because you just destroy the economy of your opponents. Neither team will have residual cash unless MOUZ and XT are able to keep 4 players alive here. Which shouldn't happen considering that they are still 2 players over the side of the map. Then get the player on the flank. At least Goofy's able to find a kill. And it's actually really important that Hades finds 1 more here before they lose the round.
I mean, he's got no armor. He has hit some really nice shots, to be fair, and he will hit QQ twice in the body. Old Deagle would have killed him. But Hayes, this is ridiculous. You've got Slend and Nexius having unreal performances. You've got QQ. I will give him praise, having great performance as well. And it's going to be another run boost. The flashes are great. Goofy's fallen. The trade is there from Kyler, but they're hunting him down. He will get away. The issue is with 12 HP. And look at the reaction from the CT side. They've instantly just scrambled. Like, that happens at the start of the round, and you're like, what do we do? Because Hades is also on 52 HP. I don't know how that's happened, but he's also low.
Looking good for MOUZ and XT. They continue to just employ this numbers-based approach, working around the map as a unit. They're on the brink here. They're on the cusp of robbing 9 of their map pick. Nexius, who has been on an absolute burner throughout this entire map, continues to show that same form. Minio loses his life out. Slend and Nexius have got 56 kills between the 2 of them in 28 rounds played in the 29th currently. Hades recognized he has to take initiative, he has to force the issue, but it's Nexius who forces the bullet into Hades' brain, and it's only Kyler left with 12 points of health and 4 opponents. There's no way for him to win this round.
That is, and the mods are gonna kill him. That's
30.
it. Nexius, he's just done more. You were talking about 56, make it 58. That round is just super. They're going to fall back, and a big part of it is the lack of utility. If you look across the map, they've literally got, now after that smoke being released, 2 flashbangs. And with that smoke being released, the one way, that's a perfect way to start off the round. And the issue is, though, over towards the A bomb site, Nexius is still getting work done. So he's holding rotations here. He's holding both Hades and Minio, and his teammates are actually going to come and join him. This might all be falling away at the last hurdle, but Nexius, he's still doing so much. He's pulling all the rotations. They've left the B bomb site. Krizen's walking up. This is it.
Well, I mean, it is it to get the bomb plant, but it's not a guaranteed round win. Might be the case now that Krizen in his very forward position catches Goofy completely off guard. No idea that the Dane had closed the gap. Bomb plant to come through here. Nothing Kyler can do about it. Himself and Hades, they're going to have to convert the 2v3 retake. They've been the heaviest hitters in the team so far, but there's only one left remaining. It's only Hades to try save the day. The Underlord of the Underworld. Can he put MOUZ in 9 foot under and force overtime? No, he cannot. 16-14 after a 4-11 half for MOUZ.
That first map, and let's see if that will actually cause them to get any more victory. MOUZ NXT running onto this B-bomb site. They will only get one, though. They do get traded out, but that's a lovely aggressive peek from Krizen. He's going even further, but the flashbang is great, but Yimfat's amazing. With the Glock, he'll snap 2 off, and Slend getting aggressive, but Kyler finally getting back into shape. He was doing so well on that first half.
Just in time there, and hits a clean shot to take down Slend. And it will be 9 who open up with the pistol round. Such an important pistol round for them to win, considering the context of the game and this map in general. Goofy gets overrun. A lot of damage done to the individuals. It was never about potentially losing the round, as we see Minio racking up the anti-eco frag. The eco cobra, if you will. But a bomb plant and a kill here for MOUZ NXT, they'll take that.
I mean, you'll take that any day. The fact that you haven't invested anything into that second round, and you're able to come away with an extra $800. Minio, though, good 4K. It's getting a little bit of confidence. You can see what confidence can do to a man when... And he just takes advantage of no one able to stop him.
Well, let's see how the round will unfold. MOUZ NXT looking to get themselves on the board. Very successful T-side out of them on Vertigo, but they're going to lose the first frag of the round here in the first gun round of the map. And that's kind of going to force their hand as they look to try and go in towards the speed bomb site. Hades on the jump spot. He sees a lot of individuals. Actually throws his own flashbang. Gets a kill. Does damage onto Yimfa. He's bought time for the rotations to come through. Leaves his team in a phenomenal position here.
It's a great start for 9, and it's going to get even better. Minio and Goofy with a very nice crossfire. Slend with that aforementioned AWP getting up close and personal. Oh, surely not. He's looking for the third, but he can't quite hit it. It's the right eye peek he has. He has the piece of the puzzle, but he can't quite execute it.
Aurora, Monty, Heroic, MOUZ, the main team, obviously. Cloud9, Into the Breach, Astralis, Bad News Eagles, and Forza. And their results have been getting increasingly better as of late. They beat Bad News Eagles 16-13 on this map, mate. This was the map that Bad News Eagles beat G2 on in the at the major. So it does seem like they've slowly been able to right their wrongs of Ancient. So there's definitely a world in which we're able to win the game here against MOUZ NXT on Ancients and take it to a decider. Peak. B bomb site going to be where the T side looks to try and finish off the round here. Goofy wants to make a play in tandem with Key. It's going to result in a kill. A second coming through. That was actually Nexius towards the red room. Goofy finds another. Was always going to go down. The fact that he finds a second kill before he does is phenomenal. Hades patient. He buys his time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Will be the one to finish off the job.
That's really nice. The re-aggression, not even late in the round.
11, 13, 12 again. So they had multiple opportunities. Alright, MOUZ NXT, max round lock going behind them means they can dig a little bit deeper into their pockets here to invest in the anti-eco, or in their eco round, but it doesn't matter. Kyler with the AK just cleans them up, mows them down. Job done.
That was a terrific, because those are the rounds that can get quite dangerous, right? Those are the rounds where you're playing as the pistols. We've seen every game we're going to see a round where pistols do damage. And it just didn't happen in any way, shape, or
form. We've seen them change up numbers in towards middle. We've seen them with late aggression in towards Jaguar. Now it's early aggression in Jaguar with the setup in A main as well. No emphasis towards mid. But they will lose up one of their two players in Jag. That's going to be baiting Hades in here, but he has an AWP, so it's not like he can really force the issue. He kind of has to hope that somebody comes in his direction. You can see he's holding a bit of a passive angle on the minimap right now. But it is a successful start to the round here for the Academy team.
Look at what that kill does as well. It forces a shift in positioning for 9. So kyler had this aggressive stance over towards A main, but because his teammate dies, minio has to go towards mid. So now they both have to come and anchor this bomb site. This bomb site is going to be attacked though. A lovely grenade lands on Nexius, blows him to smithereens. That's all kyler will find. Finally his first step in this. What is that from minio? He just snaps randomly in the smoke and quells another opponent. Goofy denies the bomb and even gets the follow-up kill. What is that from the IGL? 11-3. That is absolutely outrageous. I'm just like, even if he did hit the sound cue, like he just shot like 2 bullets randomly and they connected. And well, 9, they're looking sharp, they're looking fierce, they're looking on point, and the same cannot be said for MOUZ XT. Even their just straight raw aim is not hitting. Like, they're not landing the bullets here. They're not hitting these deagle shots that we would normally expect from a team like this. And that's a very quick 8-0 for 9.
7 and 9, 16, 16. There we go. Oh, I was right. I was bang on. Okay, there we go. Never doubt yourself. Never do maths on stream. Never do maths,
mate. Never do maths on stream.
All right. Well, listen. One thing that is for sure, it's a 5v4. Crizin finds an opening pick here, but they have to make good of it. There's a 2-man setup here towards the top middle as well. minio tucked into the corner. kyler's going to try to take the bait. Nexius checks the corner, but it's more just going through the motions. He doesn't actively clear the corner out. At least Crizin finds another to keep them in an advantageous position. Nice.
Trades back and forth, yeah, really nice. He just holds his nerve there. He doesn't do anything too aggressive, doesn't try to force the issue to trade his teammates, sticks to his morals and knows that his opponent will just walk into his crosshair. That's exactly what happens. However, the round's not over just yet because minio storms in for 1. It's not going to be too easy for kyler as they have heard him now. But he's trying to close off the angle onto Crizin. Survives on 2 HP. Taps the bomb, forces QQ out. And there was a chance there that he could have landed the instant headshot. That is not the case. And finally, MOUZ and now is the star of the show. And let's see if in this round, minio can continue to do the same.
Well, we are finding out as the round starts to play out. First frag goes the way of 9. Past 2 rounds, it's been MOUZ and XT have opened up. Look at Nexius. Where's he gone, mate? He's kind of dropped off the face of the earth compared to the performance we saw out of him on Vertigo. He's 2 for 10. Lose this round as MOUZ and XT, no money in the bank. That's a devastating turn of events as they start to knock on the door of the B bomb site.
They will knock, and they will break through at first. However, that success is so short-lived. Yeah, the response comes through in an avalanche of kills for 9. Crizin, he does dink minio, but would love to get that kill because minio's 17-5. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. And they're both here. They're both being backstabbed. Goofy, easiest kills of his life. And 9, they're making sure that MOUZ XT, well, look at this, MOUZ XT already using that tactical pause, that time, to go through for a set play. Lovely gimmicky play in towards middle. Oh my, indeed, for minio. How is he still alive? And how has he got 1? Finally shall be quelled. I thought Goofy died as well there, to be honest. The observer played with our heartstrings for a second, but the bomb is going to go down. This is a winnable round, kinda. Bomb's gonna go down, smoke short. The issue is that no rifles being picked up, so it's still just 3 pistols, and they're gonna take individualistic fights. Slenzel by himself. I mean, he's been very close to a 1v4 multiple times in this series. I feel like if there's ever going to be a 1v4, this is not the one to win. Tech9 peeks out. My god, is that a nice shot? They know where he is now, and Hades will dispatch of him.
Yeah, 9 make sure that they don't slip up on any proverbial banana peels. They're 10-1. They're up to double digits right now. I know, I feel you. I agree with you in general, especially, you know, CCT Crazy comebacks.
Crazy.
That's what CCT stands for. Crazy comeback tour, maybe.
Crazy comeback tour. That's actually unreal.
Alright, now MOUZ and NXT looking to try and break their way in towards this A bomb site, but after a successful entry, not in terms of getting the kills, but successfully getting into the bomb site itself, they do start to get cut down. 4v2, both the remaining players now towards middle. At least they've got the C4.
That's going to be all the success they get is the physical ground that they were able to climb through, because look at this aggression and space being taken by Nine. Everyone is closing everything down. Yes, Hades does fall after one, but Goofy with a lovely position here. Slend jiggles, doesn't quite clear the corner effectively, and will not be aware that someone is so close. He might get one of the Kai, but yeah, the instant trade will be there. That was kind of what I thought how it was going to play out. Like, you get the first and the trade comes through, and Naim, they're fine.
We've been able to convert it into any decent post-plant positions. Whenever they have actually got the bomb down, they've been in like a 5v3 or a 4v2. Minio will be 5 pass, peeks off the back of a flashbang, kind of gets caught shooting between two different players there. Doesn't catch either of them. Nexus, in the meantime, has pushed up into Red Room, does damage, but loses his life out to Goofy.
Even though they got that opening kill onto Minio, the Titan of Nine, the captain, not only in the mine, but in the frags, everything else falls apart. And Yimfat left scratching his head, wondering what went wrong.
Oh, well, he's not going to be able to scratch his head for much longer, as Hades will put him into the underworld. 12-1.
Right now, they are just their minions. It's going to be a rush towards the B-bomb site, and I feel like I can kind of predict what's going to happen here. They're going to, to be fair, triple nade, and none of them hit. Okay, never mind. They do get the bomb site. They are losing casualties. They are losing HP. They will get one back towards Hades. However, that's going to be their only success. Flashes being dodged. However, those dodged flashes are not going to matter because QQ... Well, you were just talking about how they weren't allowed to be let in this first half. QQ's going to do exactly what he did on Vertigo here on Ancient and snap onto everyone's heads, but is it going to be enough? He might genuinely have to ace to win them this round.
It's going to be a tall order, considering he's been reduced down to 15 points of health, forced out of position as well. There are kits in play. There's a single flashbang left remaining. Tyler's going to stick that defuse. Oh, it's unfavorable. The smoke is covering him. QQ's got a force, but it's going to prove to be in vain. As Kyler completes the defuse, does he even finish off the round with the kills? He absolutely...
Beautiful for them right now. It's their map pick. They did the impossible. They won Vertigo. They came back against all the odds. It seems a little bit all in vain right now. And yes, they've got a nice opener in this round. Even if they do get a second, like, what does it mean?
I mean, exactly that, right? I can't... My general consensus in Counter-Strike is if you lose the first half, 13-2, 14-1, or 15-0, the game is over in the first half. I kind of feel like the 12-3 halftime scoreline is the absolute rock bottom bare minimum. Not dependent on the map at all. Just 12-3 in general is the bare minimum you can afford to go into the second half. Otherwise, in general, I think you've lost the map in the first half. Can MOUZ NXT find a way to make it 13-2? At least save face, at least delay proceedings a little bit here on Ancient. And it's looking like they will. By the way, look at the stickers that
yeah, that's so
Slend
cool,
has on his AK.
Wait, is that Sled's AK? Oh my god, yeah. Wait, oh my god. That's so... He's a little fanboy. He's a little fanboy.
Yeah, he's got
the
glitter 9 stickers. Yeah.
To be fair, the 9 stick... Do you remember the 9 stickers? I think are criminally nice. Like, they are really good. I think.
Did you see when they came out?
Yeah, they didn't have the highlight, did
background.
They? Yeah, it was like really scuffed, right?
It was just like an outline, basically, and you just couldn't even see it on anything.
A lot of problems with those stickers, man. Like, was it that Crucials was misspelt or something like that? Wasn't it as well?
Damn.
Like, winning this, you can't be losing 2 in a row. This is a weird pistol round, but it's kind of working. You're in the back lines. There's no one really putting pressure on A main, which is going to give QQ and the dual brothers of Yimfat a little bit more space to work with. And I think this round maybe overcomplicated a little bit. I would have liked to see Minio and Kyler just, as I said, go towards A main. And there's a world they actually win this because, never mind. I was going to say, Nexus is 1 HP. Minio, with working theory, he wins this duel. Kyler, if he hadn't died, they might have been able to make it work. But the IGO will fall. He gets plucked out the sky. And Slend will win MOUZ NXT a third.
Sure. One thing people often forget is you get 2 counts of round loss bonus when you lose the pistol round. So
2,400, baby.
yeah, they'll get that extra injection of cash, yeah.
Or just win the
Hades,
rounds.
well, I mean, he's gotten himself an extra $300. That's another piece of utility here for him to work with. He has to be the kingpin here in the round. He's the only one with an upgraded pistol.
You've also got, like, even if they lose this round, people I don't think talk about as much just damage. Like, MOUZ XT, their money's gonna be bad next round, regardless. What if you have to reinvest? What if QQ dies here? What if Slend dies here? What if these guys do actually fall? And yeah, QQ does die. Slend, though, however, okay,
no.
like, he got 2 kills with the MP9. That is an extra $1,200 in his pocket, but you still died. You've lost 3 players, regardless of the outcome of this round.
He's
already. Oh my god! What a shot from Kai. He's in a 1v1 though, and Yimfat has repositioned towards Temple. Kai has no armor and that deagle. He's got 7 seconds left. The bomb. Does he just plant it, or is he going to go for the fight? He goes hunting, and he does spot out Yimfat, but Yimfat gets around the corner. Kai dies after time. Oh no! Maybe he would have been better just to plant the bomb.
So let's see if they can find a way to maybe make this one work. I mean, they do have a lot of firepower behind them, a decent amount of utility as well. It looks like they're just going to go for the brute force approach in towards the same bomb site. Slend wisely repositions, able to avoid the utility that comes through, gets himself a kill. That's going to be bringing QQ into the equation. And Minio is just looking to sell the fake right now. They're deploying a whole lot of utility on that A bomb site, but look at MOUZ NXT. They've almost just read this off the bat.
They have, yeah. You can see that they're... I'm waiting to see a shift in rotation from Yimfat or Slend, and I think as soon as they do get this kill here, I'd like to see maybe one more player go towards the B bomb site. I feel like Yimfat doesn't need to hang around A, especially when you've got QQ in donut and Slend in middle like this. And regardless, though, the round is all done and dusted. Yeah, actually, yeah, I don't know why QQ... Yeah, I'm not a fan of the double A setup when Slend's holding middle like that. I really feel like you could have just gone 3B there, but it works, right? So it doesn't matter. And Crizzen, knife kill? Nah, sadly, he won't get a knife, but he probably will get it. Well, someone's going to get the kill on Minio. He's on 6 HP, like.
Yes, it's a matter of time. 1 bullet, stray bullet.
My god. How is he alive?
Bullet. He's not. It's just a figment of your imagination.
Sorry, he survived for so long. Working like just gun round eco. Round 25, when MOUZ and XT have 10 rounds, that's it. If they win that round, then I believe. And that's a lovely set piece, by the way, there. 2 players hiding in the smokes, cowering, waiting for the flashbang. It pops, bam, you get the kill. Instant early kill. And Minio, aggression. Again, that's literally what I was just saying there, Hayes. Why? Like, what are you doing there? You've got the man's advantage, and you're making a solo play through a smoke with no utility. Why?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. However, MOUZ and XT will still hold their advantage in the round here. 5 versus 3. 9 are on the back foot in the very early stages of the round here. At least they have a little bit of positional control to speak of. As Goofy makes his way in towards Cave, might have a bit of a window of opportunity here. Crizzen clears the corner. Great crosshair placement coming through from him. I thought he might be clearing too deep then. Goofy was further forward than he would have expected, but no. He was on the money, and look at the aggression from Crizzen immediately afterwards. Really works out for him, will still result in the kill, and they know where Hades is. It's an easy cleanup, and this T side is starting to look troublesome here for 9.
That's back to back.
9's best map that had happened, and now it's on 9's worst map that they play. 42% win rates on their T side, Grimmy. I mean, the stars are starting to align here. It's starting to look spooky, as Mr. Trav would say.
Mr. Spooky. Because people are starting to shoot back as well. Like, as an accumulative force, people are starting to fire at full cylinders. Nexius, though, however, the hero of last map, isn't quite in that same position, but as I say that, he just gets a 3K. You know what? I'm just going to stop speaking.
Well, it's still not a bad result here for 9. They get a kill, they get a bomb plant as well. It's one of the better sort of positions they've got into in their eco round so far. Listen, it's still 13-8, mate. If you're just tuning
Which is crazy to say.
13-8 for 9, you would be like, okay.
6 in a row to even get, a lead.
Okay, well, Kai in towards middle.
What a shot.
Great shot. Yeah, Yimfat offers up his head on the silver platter. Kai will have to be obliged. Look at Crizzen with the aggression. Oh, he doesn't actually
like
spot
that.
Kyler out instantly. And again, it's another sort of... It's another play, some uncharted aggression, if you will, there from MOUZ and XT. Something you've called out a few times, Grimmy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
This is the round.
This is the round. That's a really unfortunate one. That smoke is so hard to play around because you see, like, he gets smoke screen just for a split second. Clouds' vision, Kyler gets the advantage. It's so unlucky because, like, obviously, Kristen's vision is impaired, but Kyler sees him perfectly. However, a rotation towards the A bomb site. Two players here.
QQ.
They're going to boost. He gets the timing. Hades misses the shot. QQ snaps onto the second and Slen trades him out. Minio is nowhere to be found. He's towards Donut and the Hungarian sniper rifle slings off for another. That's 9. That was supposed to be like they won 5 rounds after the they've got 5 kills after the first 2. Hayes, you realize 3 of them were last round. There was so many rounds where MOUZ and XT were doing flawlessly. However, we might want to add another few to the tally because straight after this technical pause, 9 have broken through onto this B bomb site.
And look at the positional control that they have right now. Players over in towards A. Kyler takes down Yimfut. Oh man, it's all on QQ. The whole round hinges on him right now. And he won't be able to deny the plant. He needed that kill on the bomb plant, so he doesn't have a smoke either. This is so brutal right now for MOUZ and XT. What a way for them to drop the ball after doing so well throughout the beginning stages of the second half. Okay.
Oh, fuck.